Hey everyone, welcome to ED116. My name is Donna Hanks and I'm going to be the facilitator of this class for you this summer semester. So in this video, I'm going to give you a brief overview of the class, just show you a few quick things, hopefully some navigational tips and an overview to get you comfortable with it. And that way, if you have any questions, you can certainly let me know, but hopefully this will help. I'm open to the class here. I'm on the course homepage. On this page, you just can see some general information about the course here on the right-hand side. But the one thing I wanted to point out is each week I will be updating these weekly reminders for you. So if you ever need a quick glance at what the due dates are and what we're working on, this is where I would expect you to want to go. And so that very first week here, we've got due dates coming up starting on Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. So I point that out because we hit the floor running with this class because we have a lot to cover in 8 weeks. So that's the course homepage. What I'm going to do is go through some pages over here in the content menu on the left-hand side of the screen. Under course information, you'll see some basic information about the course. Coursework is where you're going to go to complete your assignments, and I will come back to that here in just a moment. Gradebook is where you'll find your overall grade at any point in the semester. Syllabus, if you click here, this is where you're going to find your instructor syllabus, the master syllabus, and then also the course calendar. Course calendar has all the due dates for all the activities throughout the semester. So I always encourage instructors to print this off so you have it handy. You can always work ahead in this class. It's not a self-paced course. There are specific due dates, but you can work ahead and know what's expected from week to week by looking at that course calendar. So take a look at that. Also, the instructor syllabus has a lot of information in it. I encourage you to look that over. The project we work on in this class throughout the semester and the capstone project is you work on developing what we're calling a sandbox course within MyWDT. So I want to encourage you to get out to that syllabus and just look at what the expectations are so you know throughout each module what we'll be working on so you can kind of plan ahead for that. The first module you're going to look at is the introduction module, and my goal for you in this class is I think my mindset is if I'm going to teach you to swim, I'm going to throw you in the water. And so I use this course and I design it in such a way that gives you the student experience taking an online class from Western Dakota Tech. And so everything I do is really deliberate, and everything I do is to show you how to present information, design a course page. It's really to offer you options. And so there will be things I do in this class that you like and that you maybe want to duplicate in your classes, and there's going to be things that I do that you don't like, and that's okay. But I really try hard to give you a variety that you can choose from to use in your own classes. So it starts with the design of the pages. You're going to notice as you click through all the module pages, they are designed with consistency in mind so that you can develop an expectation of where to find information. So each module begins with a checklist of items that we will complete in this module. And then under the module content section on the page is the detail instructions behind each checklist item. And so scroll through the module content and you'll get all the details and resources. In this case, I have you watching a video on accessible design. But this is through each item, you'll get the detail on what to complete, how to complete it, where to go. In the introduction module, I have us doing an introduction using VoiceThread. And I don't know if you've ever used VoiceThread before, but it's a great learning tool that we have integrated within MyWDT. We use it a lot in this class. So the very first discussion we're going to have is in VoiceThread. And I have you reading an article here on how to be a better online instructor. And so make sure that in using VoiceThread that you use Chrome for your browser. That browser works best with VoiceThread. So I just like to point that out here in this video so that it sets you off on a positive step to get started. The other thing I want to point out in the introduction module here is we will meet in teams 3 times over the course of the semester. This is an online class, but I do have 3 times where I want us to meet in person via Teams to talk about some things. And the first meeting of that is going to be Wednesday, June 4th at noon, from noon to 1. So I want to make sure you're aware of that so you can get that on your schedule. I will also be sending out a meeting invite to get that on your calendar as well. But then this first meeting will be just an introduction and an overview, and we will talk about the importance of accessible design within our classes. So just to give you something to look forward to there. And then also I want to just show you one module page to kind of confirm here the consistency in the layout and what you can expect in each page. Again, we have a checklist for all the items we'll complete in Module 1, and then under Module Content here, I have all the details behind each item in the checklist. So you're going to find that I sometimes will give you a video in this format, sometimes I'll just give you a video in a URL link, sometimes I'll give you a video to watch in VoiceThread. All of it is by design to just show you the different ways that you can present information. On the right-hand side of the screen, I always give a brief introduction to the module, and then any resources that might be a supplemental resource to the content that I'm working on will be over here in the right-hand side column. Also, I provide a forum here to give you an opportunity to ask me a question. If you want to ask it publicly, you can always send me an email too, and I'm happy to help. So that's the brief overview. I want to give you a chance to get in here, click around, look around for where you can find information, and don't hesitate to ask questions. I look forward to working with you this semester, and we will get started right away next week. So I look forward to working with you. All right, take care.